Starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're live. Thank you. We're episode 137 of Streaming Matters, and to my left is Mr. Auban. Thank you for joining us today, hanging out with me, keeping me straight.
What's up, brother?
Nice to see you. Little fist pump over there. Boom! Yeah. You got a big hand.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not
thanks for joining.
A short guy like you, you know.
Ow! All right, so thanks for joining us. How are you feeling? I saw you Wednesday, so it's not like I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm right, hanging in there.
For any of you guys that have not watched, Player Passes on Wednesday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 4 p.m. on the UK.
UK.
Yep, in the UK, that is 4. No, maybe it's
9.
10.
Yeah, 8,
9 or 10.
9. I think it's 9. We forget now.
You sort it out.
We've just just got all of UK out of our heads because of
Euro's over.
Euro's over.
We don't want to talk about that. We're not
Sorry, Andrew. Sorry.
Yeah. So, check us on Wednesday evenings for Player Pass. This coming week is Black Widow. This past week was Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. So, so that's good times there. Today we got a packed show. Got tons of topics. I don't know if you guys followed my Twitter. Let's see the topics for today. If I can, where did I? Here we go. All right, so we got the new movies that are out. We got Space Jam this week, then Black Widows last week. How to find out the quality of your movies, because a lot of times people are like, "Well, I can't find Fast and Furious. It's only in cams, and then I can't find it, or this or that." Got a website for you guys to check out. Actually, I'll give you 2 websites for you to check out so you can stay on top of that. A couple streaming sites were shut down this week. So that's happened. Unlinked added a new feature. We're going to talk about that. FileSyncd is alive as of an hour ago. So I guess I'll be the first video guy with this, because I don't know if any of the YouTubers have been able to race out there and do a video on it. So FileSyncd is alive. I will actually show you both sides, the user side of it as well as the person that's managing your store. I'll show you that side. A couple Kodi add-ons. A couple of add-ons that are in 19 now. 2 of them that you may already know about and that were on 18 have now made it to 19. We're going to talk a little bit about UFC 246, because we got to talk about a little bit of fighting near the end. We got to talk a little bit about that. We're going to have Auban's Corner. Auban's going to talk. Yeah, we're going to have Auban's Corner.
I have a corner now?
Yeah, but you got a corner. I mean,
wow.
Well, you know what? I could go so many different directions with that, but I'm just going to keep the politics out of it. I'm just going to say, you get a little segment of the show. Oh, wow. There was so many things racing in my head, and I'm thinking, PC not correct, PC not correct, PC not correct. I
don't care about that.
I know, but people, I try to think about who's watching the show.
Come on, we know who's watching the
show. Yeah. Then we're going to also cover the streaming news. From cord cutters. I usually check out cord cutters to see what they're talking about. I'll race through any of their top headlines that I thought that you may care about. So let's go ahead and say hi to the folks that have jumped into the chat. Got numerous people. We got Nature Man. Nature Man jumped in here. Nice to see you. Oh, Jim. Look, he got to say hi to you. Look at Auban YouTube Pro. Let's see. You got Tim. Thanks for joining us, Tim. Always hanging with us. Mandy. Oh,
Hey.
better than the closet. Auban's closet. We got Stuart hanging in with us. Diggs. Nice for him to join us always. Patty D, who's always with us on Wednesdays, right?
Yep.
She's always watching the movies on Player Pass, always hanging out with us and giving her opinions. And love to have that. Nick, Tech Nick. Nice to see you, bud.
Mm-hmm.
We got Buzz sitting over here. Buzz working on his buzz. Mm-hmm. Kenneth, who I saw just this morning on Sharon's show. I jumped on there and I spoke to him. So hi to him. I hadn't seen him in a while. He kind of hangs off of YouTube. He doesn't come on YouTube a whole lot. Milton wants to know what's up, Dirty Shirt Tim. Dirty. Well, I was thinking this was Auban. Oh, so hey, Auban. So what shirt you got on today? Oh, M&M's. Oh, yeah. My Lord.
American classic, baby.
Oh, my gosh. I love that. Anybody knows me. And Eddie, sort of straight on this. So this show, as well as Pop on Wednesday nights, starts at 10 p.m. UK time.
UK. Okay. Oh, of course he would know.
He keeps cacking that. Shinobi, thanks for joining us today. Sohil. Always hanging in here. And what's he from Portugal, right?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, always from Portugal. Hanging in here with Theodore. Thank you for joining us. Thank you always. And Roger's always in here. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And Roger is always saying, as a friendly reminder, please take a second to hit the thumbs up. It's cool. Subscribe, like, share, blah 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 blah. I'm not, but hey, it's feel like you're one of the people. If you're hanging with us and you're learning with us, you're getting more information than you would from most of your other YouTubers or other sites, unless you want to do a lot of research. I try to make it as easy for everybody. Nookie, hanging in with us. We've got Flicks Chick. Thank you for hanging with us. Steve hung up with us. And I see Nar, he's over there hiding in the shadows. If any of our friends there on Telegram want to join in on the show, hit up Auban if you would. Yeah. You can find him because I don't watch the Telegram thing is often while I'm doing the show, so sometimes I miss people's requests. But if you guys would like to come on the show, talk about some of your projects, you're more than welcome. I was going to roll down here. Let's see if there was anybody else that I had missed. Chuck's he's in here all the time. Tadao. Welcome. Yep. And Trooper.
What's up to Trooper? That's right.
Yeah. Trooper hanging with us. Philip, thank you for joining us. So lots and lots of people in here. TJ Smith, he hangs with us on a semi-regular. Stan. So a lot of people I see from hit me up. People I see that hit me up on comments. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. Rolling. So let's see. What was the first subject we were going to talk about?
Go ahead.
The first subject that I just wanted to make sure we talked about it last week. Windows needs an update. There was a printer hack that happened, and make sure you guys go and get an update on your Windows device. There is a vulnerability for this, and people can have an access going into the print. I think it was printer spool. And can actually go through and take control of your computer, do all kinds of stuff on it. So go ahead, do the updates. Sometimes people skip those and race through them and don't really do it much with them. So make sure you go ahead and get that. Let's see. The other item that we want to make mention was the Windows and APKs.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can.
The Microsoft finally announced that it will allow APKs to run in the Windows 11. I know we slowly spoke of it last week, but they finally, yes, this is happening.
Yep. And one of the things we did talk about last week was AABs and APKs. Google Play Store is going to AAB format. If anything that comes out after August has to be an AAB form. Anything that's grandfathered in prior to that can stay as an APK. We talked about that last week, so you guys can check out that video, the last week's show, when I talk about that. What's the difference? Is it going to impact you? And there's no need for us to go into that because that was quite a lengthy discussion. So check that out. That's coming to a Play Store near you. You're kind of stuck with that. Today I'm gonna do the Hammond thing. So new movies are out this week.
Yeah.
A couple new movies. We've got new movies out. Space Jam came out today.
Mm-hmm.
And that was released today. Black Widow came out last Friday.
Yeah.
The 9th.
I think it was the 9th.
Yep. So that was released. Lots of, so we've got some really good movies to check out if you want.
Yeah.
Hey, Auban.
Yeah.
Is your laptop audio popping, or is it just your headset?
I don't think so.
And your headset?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Did you hear something?
Right. I was hearing myself.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I wasn't hearing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just between you and me. Sometimes I hear it as an
Yeah.
echo. So Space Jam is today. Black Widow, and so some good releases are out. I don't know how good the movies are, but I think at least it's not crap. Well, I can't.
Well, you can't say that yet until you watch some of this stuff, because some of it's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we got our Wednesday show for, that you should just jump in and comment on it. I know a lot of you can't be there, because it's still the middle of the week, but I really wish that you could make it, because we do have a blast there also.
Yeah, we have a fun time. I mean, it's not a big crowd.
On both those, it doesn't have to be a big crowd.
No.
Is right,
Nice little quiet.
But
it's regular people though, every week.
Yeah.
So that's better. Yeah. So it's A Cosmics, Tribalize. See, they both jumped in here. The Beach.
The Beach.
The Beach has no movie. You should call it a movie crap. We know that.
We know.
And then the other new movie that came out this week, I forgot to write that down. Gunpowder Milkshake came out. Yep. Yeah. So that's out. We'll see if that makes it to the list of being on the show
and
being on his arm. We'll see.
We still have to put up that we're making an arm room, in Telegram forum, so everyone can comment on all those bad movies that we've been having to come across, that that they're getting all the same actors that work on one bad flick, and they just like put them in a pool, and these directors just fishing them out and say, oh yeah, you want to do this movie? Yeah,
Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. That we see they're just regurgitated in this in bad movies.
Yep.
So, but hey, I wanted to piggyback off of this topic and talk about when people say, hey, I can't find a good quality of this movie, that movie. I've got a site, and I talked about it on a couple other videos, but I'll take a few seconds here to talk about a website. You guys can bookmark it, and it's a great way of being able to keep track of if there is a good quality of a movie you're out, because a lot of times people say, they'll say, well, there's no good quality on there. So can you see that, Auban?
Barely. Can you make it full screen?
Yeah, I can do that. Let's make it full. Is that a little bit easier to read?
Yeah. Scene RLS?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Scene Release website. This site, it has a great way of, if you want to know if a quality of something is out, and it can show you all of it. So I've got Space Jam here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to click that, do a search for it. And it's going to show me all the releases of Space Jam that are out, and you can see the quality of it. Sometimes, if like right now, if there was a 4K, there is not one out. I haven't seen one out this yet, but sometimes there's fake releases of movies that are out. An example of that is Fast and Furious 9, FF9. I get asked about this every few days. Where can I find it? And if you do a search, you'll see that FF9 is not on Scene Release at all. But if you go on some of our applications, you'll actually find links for it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to watch it, you will find that it's not the movie that you thought it was going to be, because people fake upload movies. If you guys were part of LimeWire or Kazaa or Napster, all the back on, remember, fake movies were rampant back then.
Yeah.
So that was terrible back then. We used to be, it was almost a 50-50 chance if you were even getting the movie you wanted, you know? And that is slowly growing, but it's not at an epidemic yet. But with this movie, it's not a release. It's not been put out by anybody. So if you see that there's a link for it, the likelihood that being a fake is probably pretty strong. Maybe they might find a crappy cam, but there's not even any real good cams of that out yet.
Right.
So this site is really good for checking that. Another, and I've talked about this numerous times, is the Kodi Apps website. I talk about this, and if you go to the new movie section, let's get off the ad. You go to the new movie section, and let me see if it does it on this one. So I think he told me that there's a way that you can go through it on the
device.
Nah. Yeah, I can't remember. There was a way that, and he talked about it on this show. There's a way that you can go. If I go through on my phone, it actually tells you the quality that is out.
Okay.
So, and I'm not seeing it.
If you right above that, right, is that right in there?
No. There was a. He talked about it. Oh, wait, what down there? Get with the IP vanish. Get off me. He showed us a way, and I can't remember, and I apologize. But if you use this site, there is a place, and I'll try to find the link. Hopefully, if Kodi Apps is watching, he can send me a message and tell me what I'm clicking wrong. But usually, you can click in here, and it will tell you what the quality of a movie is. It'll say if it's in a HD rip, is it a web rip, is it, what a Blu-ray rip. It'll tell you what the quality is.
I'm sorry, I got to laugh here. Someone put TJ that tried Fast 9 on a few apps. Quality was just as good as Conor McGregor's ankle.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Wait, well, did you spill your beer?
I almost did. I almost spit it out. Here's an example where it did show you. Here's a web rip. So yeah, you can see. So that does work out very well. So that would be a website for you guys to use if you're curious. And a lot of times people say, well, I'm looking for this movie. You can use these couple websites to see if the release is even out. So instead of you using an add-on and say, well, the add-on shows it. Well, the add-ons are linked to IMDb or the movie database. And just because it shows that it's on those two things, that does not mean it's out, because you can do a search for movies that are not even released at the theater yet, and you can actually find it's like a bookmark, or it's like a spot that is saved on IMDb for I can't think of a movie that's coming out. The name of it's out, and it's already on IMDb. It's not been released, but it's already out there. So that's the add-ons kind of pull from those databases. So they'll grab that bookmark and that image and say, oh, this movie, it's maybe not even out yet. So those couple websites, check them out.
Yeah, because there are a lot of things that do come out that I know that I go and look for, and it's like, oh, then they're not even ready yet, you know?
So yeah, just those are scenerelease.net, a great site. I talked about it on the Real to Brid video, how you can use that website for finding content that you're looking for. So definitely check that out. It's a really good thing. While we're on the subject of movies, Auban's Corner. If you and so Auban watches a lot of movies, right?
Yeah, I do. So, I watch a lot of TV also, but
so I thought
watch a lot of movies.
I think that given you can these gems that you find that maybe we don't talk about or don't hit the top list of, trending, some movies that people might want to check out.
Okay. This week, or was actually last week, I watched that the God Committee. I thought that was a very good movie, but no one voted for it really, except me and someone else maybe.
Yeah. And
But
that
it
was the
was good.
movie. That was a movie that was based on
Um,
transplanted
Transplant. Yeah,
parts.
yeah,
They had a heart.
yeah, yeah. There's a team that in this hospital that gets to vote on who gets an organ.
Mhm.
Because that, for example, you can have the heart could come to one hospital and a person that's there might not be well enough to accept it,
Mhm.
so there could be two other people in the hospital that could need that heart, and they have a team that would have to sit there and say, okay, well, it could either go to him or him, and this is the one that's going to go to. And they really do have these committees like that.
Kelsey
Grammar and
Grammer
and
from Cheers, if you guys remember
yeah,
Cheers.
yeah, and Julia Stiles.
Mhm.
And someone else was in it. I can't remember who, but it was. I liked it. There's some
Hey,
other things coming out.
the beach gave it a so-so.
Okay.
He's a tough sell, though.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He's
So,
always so. Yeah. And another one I was gonna watch was another foreign one called Mandibles. It looks pretty crazy. I think it's a French one. These guys find this huge fly in the back seat of their car. I watched the trailer on it a couple times. It kept popping up to check it out, and I don't know. I'll give it a quick watch because it looked like one of those movies stupid enough that might actually have a meaning at the end. So don't quote me and watch it and then yell at me. But it looked like it could have been something. But like I said, there's been a lot of stuff that's been coming out that's crap.
wasn't there another foreign movie that you suggested that you had watched? There was that fighting one that you liked that we didn't vote.
Yeah. What the heck was the name of that one again? That was hold on, I know I have a list here. What was it? Extreme, I think.
Extreme.
Yeah,
That's
that one.
Extreme.
Yeah, Extreme. Yeah, that one I liked. But like I said, it's another foreign film.
Yeah.
But it was I liked it. I liked it. I liked the action in that one.
Yeah, and that's the thing when Auban and I talked about this is there's a lot of stuff that a lot of us pass over. I can't. I'll go Capernaum every single time because that was a movie that none of us would have ever watched. But once we saw it, it was great movie. Or what was the one that
Ove? Man called Ove?
Yeah, Man Called Ove.
Yeah,
it was Swedish or Finnish.
Finnish, one of those. Yeah,
great movie, and it would have never seen it. Never would have watched it. So,
how about the other one there from Tan, the My Sassy Girl.
My Sassy Girl.
Yeah,
another great
movie. Great movie.
Would have never watched it if we hadn't been forced to watch it. And he's like, wow, that was really good. So yeah, you guys check out Auban. Join us on our Telegram chat. We do have a Player Pass Telegram room, and then Auban has some side rooms that he pulls from episodes and puts links to movies. So there's all kinds of options, and you can comment about each of those movies because it has the trailer.
Yeah. This way you don't have to chat about a movie that, you don't care about. But if you happen to really like or hate a movie, you can, put in there how you feel about it for everyone to know.
So the next topic I was going to jump on was Thope Thope, I guess you say it, Thope TV, and 4Anime. Both websites have been shut down. I think I read that Thope TV guy was arrested. I want to say, and that was Thop.
I would say thought, like it would like be a thought, a thought.
Oh. See, I always think of Thorpe. When I'm looking at that, I'm thinking in my head, I'm saying Thorpe, but it doesn't have the R. So I'm thinking Thorpe. But either way, that was a free site that had IPTV type of items on it, and it's been shut down. The guy has supposedly been arrested, allegedly been arrested. Well, I don't know. I saw that on Troy Point. So that website is down. So there were people that linked into that particular that website to link into add-ons, so you may see that those links disappeared. 4Anime, I don't know how big of an impact this is going to make on the anime genre, because I don't watch a lot of anime, but I know that what was the add-on with the bird, the anime add-on with the bird? I did a video on it. I can't think of it. It looks like a crow. I'm not sure if they're linked into that particular site, but
Kiss Anime.
No, Kiss Anime is a website.
Okay.
It is a website, but I guess it's an added app also. Kato, thank you, Chuck. Kato. Okay. Yep. Everybody got that Kato. All I could see was that black bird, like a crow or something. So yeah, it's Kato, which Kato's a scraper type add-on. So it scrapes. It seems like it scrapes different websites. Again, I'm not a big anime fan, so I'm just going by what it looks like. But
so you'll be watching a lot of anime once you get to Canada, though, right?
Yeah, we'll have different rooms. I don't have to always watch it, because where do you think I'm going to be able to watch Alone and Deadliest Catch?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, I mean, she does she does like Deadliest Catch. I did get her hooked on that, but Alone, she's not going to. No, she's not going to be able to watch it.
It's right in your backyard, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's close, and I don't think she's going to be very good with when people are eating bugs and grasshoppers and just she's not going to do. First of all, she can't kill anything. Number one, she can't. Yeah. There's not even a spider, and then to eat it is going to be even worse. So.
Yeah.
So, Michael Forte, thank you for joining us. I see Shrinking Sharon. Thank you. DJ. So we got lots of people jumping in here. So those two websites have been taken down. I don't know how big of an impact or ripple this will make, but just as in case, I would think that the 4Anime would make a bigger impact than Thope. I'm not sure which one of those are. The other item before we get to I wanted to bring up was Unlinked adds a feature to port over app link store sites. So if you have an app linked, which app linked is one of the file linked new sites that are out, there's several of them. Since FileSyncd has been shut down, a few different sites and options have popped open for everyone, which I think is a great option. I think that we need to have more than one option. All of our eggs in one basket is a bad thing because it doesn't take I said it on Sharon's show. I said, when all of our eggs are in one basket, it's easy to steal the basket and we got nothing. But if we spread everything out, it's a great way to be. So one of the things that Unlinked did is they added a feature to port. So Unlinked added a feature to port over your app link store. I'm curious on any of the people on the side chat, if you guys have what are your thoughts on Unlinked being able to copy over the stuff from your app link store? I'm kind of curious. And hey, Stuart, I see that we do have FileSyncd in the side chat. We'll talk to him and we'll be bringing that up the next subject. So what are your guys' I know that you don't use it, Auban. I don't know how, because see what Unlinked did, and it's a feature that they added that you can take your store and it basically pulls the store that's in app linked and says, now we have that full store in Unlinked to bring it over. I have mixed.
I don't know.
Because that makes me wonder a couple things. All right, so one, if I have a store, I had an AppLink store, and I wanted to bring mine over there. Say I've got a humongous library. That could be very handy.
Mm-hmm.
What's to stop me from bringing your store over to my
Right.
page?
Right.
So you had a store, and I know what your number is, and I'm like, I like that number. I'm gonna make it my store on Unlinked.
Yeah.
That it does lead to that, don't you think?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, so, Stuart says that he wondered if the porting is secure or not. I don't know. I know that it's a beta thing. Because I'm on their Discord channel, and I try to pay attention to that, and I see that. And again, I'm not throwing rocks on Unlinked. I think that it's good to have options for everybody. And so they're doing it a little bit different. I do like Unlinked layout. I did like the layout, the way that they did it. But that was one of their new features they just added, and I think maybe it's still in beta, but I'm not. I kind of just had have a mixed feeling on that. And Chuck, all right, so Chuck said, so this goes old school Kodi stuff. Sounds like a Coleman move. And this goes, and any of us old school Kodi people know what he's talking about on that. And I'll just leave it at that but yeah, that's it makes you wonder about if someone steals your store.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I don't know. I didn't see anybody over here pour it over. Just get kind of thoughts on that.
Yeah.
So the other option, the other topic that I was going to bring up is I didn't make a headline for it. Okay, so I have this headline is that the FileSyncd is now officially open. FileSyncd is over in the side chat. Thank you for joining us, buddies. They opened just an hour ago. I got to test out the store side of it, the layout. Earlier today, I was off, so I was able to kind of mess with it. Created a small store, and I'm going to show you guys the small store that I had created. Very nice layout. It has some really cool features. That just opened about an hour ago. One thing he did say on that, he has no plans to add the feature of porting over. He didn't plan to do that. So that is something that he did mention, that he doesn't plan to do that. FileSyncd does have a downloader number, and I'm going to write that over here. So if you have downloader and you want the APK for FileSyncd, this is the number for it. So you're able to go ahead and download the APK. A couple things that I had wrote in here. I feel like it has a very clean interface. I thought it does a nice job. They're easy for making folders as well as setting pins. You can request changing your store number type thing, which was a neat thing. And their plans are to continue to keep it ad free, because that was one of the things that I was wondering, because a lot of times we see APKs come over and people complain about the ads, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that is one of the big things, and he says he plans to keep it up. I don't know if it's a team of people, no idea, but I know that they've been keeping a lot of information out there, been talking about that they're going to release it. So really right now, if you're wanting to go with a web-based layout for your store, your FileSyncd typed store, you have AppLinked, Uplinked, Uplinked. If I can talk right, I'm on my first beer. This is.
I know. I was just going to say that.
Hey, that means I need to drink more. And FileSyncd. So in each of them have a little bit of different layout. I know that AppLinked was right out there in the beginning, and then he had some issues, but he's been continuing to work on that. And that's inside for Android. People that've been around with UK Turks remember him. Media, Couch Media, different webs, some different sites or APKs that he had out. So he's not a stranger to the community. So some really cool stuff. So let me go ahead and I am going to share. Let me see. Let's see which one I'm going to share. I'm going to share my FileSyncd store. Now this is, again, it went live about an hour ago, the official version. And let me go ahead and share my screen on this. All right. And I need to make this big, or is that full screen?
It's full screen.
Okay, so this is my FileSyncd store. Right, I haven't put a lot of stuff in it. I'm not sure how far I want to go with a whole bunch of stuff in there. I've been down that road and have the T-shirt, and it becomes a very big hassle. So you see, I created the store. You have your dashboard, which shows the number of codes. I've got 2 codes. I've got Dab's TV and movie options, which I'm planning on putting some different APKs in there. I've got 2 in there right now. And then forks. I'll probably put quite a few forks, and I'll have those in there. The code for this store is 1 and then 5 zeros and then 13. And then my code for the forks is 2021, 2021. So if you do 2021 twice, then you have it. You can see I don't have a PIN set up. I don't have a password. But if you wanted to be a person that sets a password, you're able to do that there. Shows you how many files are in each one. You can put the store out and then not enable it. So say if you're wanting to not enable the store until it's fully ready, you want to load it all up before you make it public. You can do that. You can make it hidden or disabled until you want to make it public. Tells you how many views, which I think that is a neat. I haven't seen anybody that's done that. You can see how many views I've had. Let's see. Let's hit my refresh. Let's see. Maybe. Oh, look at there. I'm up to 42 hits. So 42 views. This is a good ego stroke for people because some people are going to be all about the view numbers. So he has that feature. So let's say if I wanted to edit the Dabs TV movie option over here, it has an action. I'm going to click that little thing here. I can disable the code. I can edit the files or edit the code, which the code is the folder. Let's call that the folder. Edit the files would be the files inside that folder. So I'm going to go, let's take a look at the code first. This is where I can do the name. I can do what the icon is. And this is where I can set the password up to 5 characters. Cancel that. And let's go and take a look at the files. You can see I have only 2 files right now. I have Turks in there, and I also have the Lowcast APK. And you can see that they are in there. So nice little way of doing it. I can click this and actually edit the particular file. So I can change the image. It even has one of the things. Let me see if, let's see. Oh, we'll have to do it. I'll do it with when we go in through the other app, not on the manage the store, because I have a video for this one. I want to see how that works. That'll be live because I didn't check how the video works. I put the link in there, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Okay.
So here's my code for my other store for the forks. So let's go there. You can see I have 4 forks in there right now. They're basically just Kodi standalones, 32 bits, 64 bits, 19 and 19.1. Simple things. So the nice little thing. I also liked, you can go up here. Let's see. Let's go to the dashboard. Dashboard takes us back to here where we can see the number of codes, how many files we have, how many views. You can click here to add a code if you wanted like another folder. Request a custom code. So if I wanted to if you want to change your code, also like if you make some edits and you need to refresh it, you can refresh right there. Nice little thing. He has here the note. It says, note, I have many requests to import for an import feature, but after much consideration, I feel that it would be a bit malicious towards other developers at this time. So you can see that he has put that. He's heard the requests and has decided right now that maybe that's not the way he wants to go. Another really cool thing about this site is the trending codes. So you can actually go here, and this reminds me of Kodi apps, where you can actually see the trending codes, the codes that are popular, how many views that they're getting. So the more times that people open these particular stores, the more views you get. So I think that's a neat little feature.
Yeah, it is.
So nice layout. I think it looks really good. I think that the developer on this really put some thought into this, and I like the way that it is laid out. it actually it has search features, just a lot of things where he kind of thought out how he wants it to look. So I think that, and he's in the side chat. Auban, keep an eye if anybody asks
Yeah.
questions of him.
Yeah.
He said that he would try to answer the questions there in the side chat.
Okay.
So we can answer any of those. So again, this is live. This channel, this website is now open, and I believe it's filesyncd.com if I'm not mistaken. Let me take a glance. I'm almost positive that was the name. Let's go down here. Yep. Yep. So Lee's got his store up and going. I see that he's got it going. So Lee TV, if you guys follow him, he's going to have some videos. It looks like he's going to be right on top of this. Yeah. He's already got a video. The video's already out. Upgrade guy also has his video is already up on that. So we got some people that are already got their stuff up and some videos. So if you're curious about it, you guys check it out. If you're a person that had a FileLink store and you want to use something different, and it is filesyncd.com. Let's see. Let me let you see it via the through if you had an Android. So give me a second. I'm going to kick up my BlueStacks, and we're going to take a look at that. And one of the things, all right, so Donald says in this, and this is something to keep in mind, you guys, when we're talking a lot of APKs. One of the things about with these APKs, and you're downloading these APKs from here, there, everywhere. So you have no idea where some of these APKs are coming. The developers of these sites, they don't have control of what APKs that are linked in there. These APKs are not even hosted on the sites, because if you've used FileLinked or some of these sites, what you do is you fill in the blank where that APK is at. So keep in mind, buyer beware on these kind of things. And I try to warn people not to be the naysayer of this, but when you're downloading APKs from third-party places, you're having to put your faith that the place that you're getting, or the person that's advertising or putting that link out there, that they know what's in that link. If you get it from the Google Play Store, you have more assurance because Google does scan stuff, and not to say that you're 100% safe there, but there's more checks and balances in that situation. But when you're getting from all these different people, buyer beware on this kind of on what you're installing on your devices. So just keep that in mind. That's just and I thank you guys. I see that I see they posted the link for downloader to get the APK. So let's see. I think my BlueStacks is open. So let me go ahead and share that screen. All right. Am I full screen? No, I'm not.
Yeah,
full screen. I'm full. Yeah. All right. So this is the FileLinked app. Let me open it up. You can see here is the code. So this is the code for my TV one. I hit the code. Here is the apps. The apps. So let me do this. Let me click. Okay, so maybe the video option, because I think I added a YouTube video. I might not have added it correctly, but it actually has a spot where you can put a video link in there. So I possibly could have put the wrong or didn't put the link in there correctly, but it does. You can see where it has YouTube in there. So you can actually, if you did a description or a video about that particular APK, you can actually do a link in there. So that's a neat little option. But I might have put it in incorrectly. I will have to. I did it right before the show, so I didn't have time to really mess with that. Let me go back a page. Here's trending codes. So if we click on the trending, this is like that same layout that we saw from the other one. You
Yeah.
can see that it has the views and all that kind of stuff like that. And like I said, you know that people are going to do it. I did like this feature, which was previous codes. So these are codes that I have clicked on.
Can you just remove that banner that was down there?
Which banner?
Donald.
Oh, Donald's.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I know. I got it. Wait, I got it. All right. So I got it minimum. Minimums. So yeah, we have. So you can see the ones that I have searched. So that I do like that. So you're not really adding it to your favorites. It just, if you've went to some of these, that's the ones that it kind of remembers.
Yeah.
So let me go to my Kodi forks. You can see there's the Kodi forks that I had in there. Nice little thing. I think that it's a nice layout. Again, this is the Android. This is for FileSyncd. This is the Android look. This is what it will look like if you install this on your Android. I guess
FileSyncd.
FileSyncd.
Yeah, you keep saying FileLinked.
It's FileSyncd. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Thank you for correcting me.
Well,
So yeah,
thank,
for File.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank TJ for that.
Yeah, TJ. Yeah. So yeah, you have with FileSyncd, you're able to do a lot of things. I think that it was the one slower to get out there, but I think he or the team has really thought about what they wanted to do with this before they released it. And I like that. I don't know. I haven't downloaded nothing yet. So I don't have any downloads. So yeah, that makes sense that nothing would show there. But again, I do like some of the features that they've put into this FileSyncd. It's really cool. So this is available, FileSyncd. It's filesyncd.com. You can check that out. I've seen numerous people posted the URL or the downloader code. Set it, go ahead and set it up. If you want just some forks, I am going to have a store which is going to be 2021. 2021 is the store I have, which is going to be just, I'm thinking that particular store is just going to be just Kodi forks. There'll be basic forks like this, and then I will put some with some wizards in it. So if people want to do that, and I'm gonna try to figure out the video link part of it. I'll try to figure that out. So yeah, great job. I don't know if how many people have already been checking this out and using it, but lots of options out there. So let's see. Motorman says, what would I recommend using? All right. So, I'm assuming he's meaning APK. What would I recommend using on APKs? So most of my APKs, and I'll be honest with you, most of my APKs come from the Google Play Store. I don't go crazy with all kinds of APKs, honestly. There are a handful of APKs. Most of the time, I'm using forks of Kodi. I like Kodi. I mean, some people don't like it. They want an APK, a movie APK. I like Kodi. Kodi is it's a trusted friend. I know how to use it. I know where stuff is. I know how it's going to work. It's like a comfortable pair of shoes. I know it. So I'm comfortable with that, and that's why I kind of stick with that. So it works very well for me, and I tend to stick with that. There is the Google Play Store is always going to have that more safer. And if you're looking to try the APKs, ask around, find out if other people are using that APK. You can join my Streaming Matters Telegram group. You can join the Kodi apps. Kodi apps will post original as well as modded versions. And it's up to you which one you want to use on some of that stuff. So it's just something I don't chase every APK out there. APK Pure, I saw someone post that. APK Mirror, but again, you can always do some scans. You can scan it with some antivirus. On occasion, antivirus will find false flags on certain files. So again, you decide on that. I tend to stay away from all the brand new, like when there's a brand new APK out, I don't usually jump on the bandwagon. I let it come out there, and then if I get all right, so I did Film Free this past week.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the site that actually hosted it. I could have went to Pure or Mirror but no, I went right to the website that the official version.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's you got to figure out what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, TJ says he likes Kodi too. Obviously, use apps, Cyberflix, and I mean, you know, we had lots of people that like Syncler. Weed is another one that's real popular. Terrarium.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want that ease. This is simple layout. That's, you know, you don't have to click on the button.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you.
Yep.
You got to figure out what works for you. Gut Wall Street says Syncler, Kodi, and YouTube is all you need. And you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
And Nookie wants to know if you're gonna say the magic word.
Oh, Plex?
Yeah.
Plex,
That means
Plex, everyone. Plex. There we go.
All right. So
talk about Plex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking out there for Penn. I don't see him. I wish I could.
Yeah, he may come in. He talked about coming on here because he has a new video. Auban, do you have him on your YouTube?
In YouTube or
On
no,
YouTube?
I don't see him on my YouTube side. No.
Are you guys subscribed to him?
Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to him. Yeah.
Grab the link. Grab that link he just put up there. He put up there earlier.
Okay.
For,
let me open that up.
For Overseer. And this, I haven't watched the video, but it sounds so interesting. So,
just give me a minute to find it.
Gutwell says I've had only one instance of a malware on Android, and it was on a phone. Yeah, I mean, not to say that it's rampant, but again, you gotta, you know, I try to give everyone both sides of things. I don't just I want to give you both sides. So the chances of you getting a virus off there are probably small, but there's still the possibility that things can be put in. So, all right. Hey, DJ.
How you doing, Debs?
Hey.
How you doing?
Well,
You all right?
Yeah, doing well.
What have what have I missed? What we've been talking?
Nothing. We were just finishing up on Uplinked and FileSyncd. And I want to piggyback off of that and mention APK Time. I've said this numerous weeks in a row. APK Time is going to release, most likely this coming week, a modded version of APK Time where you go into a panel, and I don't know how it's going to be laid out. I have no idea, but the way that it sounds is you're going to be able to create your own APK of APK Time. So you can have your own customized APK. So like if you have friends and family that you're setting up these devices for, you can put your own customized APK on there, and it points to just your list of items. So they're not going to another place to get it. So that's coming within the next week. And I think that, again, I said early on in the beginning of this segment, I see no reason why we shouldn't have options. I think options are a great idea. I think that it's the best way to go so that everybody is not all lumped into one place, like fish in a barrel. Give everyone options. And also it helps the sites because not everyone's hammering one site over and over and over. You know, spread the bandwidth around, you know. So.
Well, there was a lot of people that used FileLink though, weren't there?
Yeah.
A lot of people used FileLink. So
yeah.
I did. I used it, but like I say, I haven't looked at any other options at the minute. I'm just waiting for them all to sort themselves out, settle down.
Yeah.
And make sure they're all running okay before I make my decision on which one I'm going to choose.
Yeah. I mean, I've messed around. Yeah, bud.
I put it there on the side for you.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So let me copy that.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss this over there for everybody. You could have tossed it in there. I think you got it.
I don't know if I don't.
What?
No, it's like me. I can't toss no links in, Dabs. I'm no
Yeah.
moderator.
I gotta
I'm no
fix that.
I'm no moderator on your channel. I jump on it all
What
the
the
while.
hell? What the hell? I gotta fix that.
You're a terrible host.
I am a terrible host. The people come on my panel and don't even give them a wrench.
Nope.
So check out the video, and hopefully Penn jumps on the show before it is over. I would love to have him on here to talk about some of the features that he was talking about with Plex and giving you some option for the overseer. And if I'm not mistaken, just by what he is, where I've read little snippet of it, it's like almost like a built-in sonar radar-ish kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you guys know sonar radar from us that gets stuff. So it seems to me like it can get stuff for you automatically. I don't know. Gut Wall Street, no idea. Just it's gone. It's shut down. And most likely a letter, I would guess, but I don't think he announced it publicly. You're having to guess, but when all those things got shut down at the same time, what was that other APK that got shut down the same way? That one that everybody loved. Well, when it all got all the.
I can't answer that because I'm like you.
Yeah.
I wear instead of a comfy pair of shoes, I wear a comfy pair of slippers.
Yeah. So yeah, when these sites go down, when you see everything go down all at once, TV Zion. Thank you, Buzz. Yeah, when TV Zion went down, that was the same MO. They got the letter and they like boom, 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 shut everything down. So that most likely is my gut feeling, but no idea. If anybody's posting that they know, well, then they know more than everybody else. I haven't seen not one thing that's official, just guesses. So, let's see. The next topic I was going to bring up was Auban. Thoughts on 246?
Well, you want to talk about your boy Sean O'Malley?
Oh yeah, we can talk about Sean. Yeah,
I'll leave him for you to talk about. That's your boy.
That's my boy. I picked him early on he was in. I didn't watch him in the contenders. I watched him from early prelims, and now
I watched him in contenders.
Now he's in the main. He's a little bit. I think he can be somebody. I think he's got the personality. He's got to make some more people hate him though. He's got to, you know what I mean? Because you got to hate your haters.
Yeah.
And you got to have the people that love you. And that's how you get popular. You got to have both. Like Conor McGregor.
Like McGregor, yeah.
You got to have both.
I can't stand him. I hate him.
And but you're going to watch it.
And I watched it and I laughed my ass off. When I saw his fucking leg slap.
If you think about it, he got 3 million for that plus, weren't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And what's ridiculous is he makes all that money, and all those other guys out there that can really fight. They're they don't get anywhere near that.
All right, so let me give you another example. Let me give you an analogy on my side. Old 80s guy, some of you and DJ. I guess DJ. I don't think he's as old as us, but
I'm older. I'm older than you.
We're wrestling fans from back.
Yes.
So when you watched wrestling, you the guys that make the money don't have to be the best wrestlers.
Yeah, true.
You don't have to be the best wrestler to make it. You got to have a personality and a way to make people love you or hate you. And Ric Flair said it. Love me, hate me, I'm the best thing going today. And he used to say that. And he didn't care because, he was jet flying, champagne drinking, limo riding, So you can be either way. Connor's that way. Connor has that polarizing personality. Who's that other guy that is in Connor's camp with the glasses? He had the Trump flag at one point and hat.
I know who you're talking about. I think it begins with a C.
But he was the same way.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be the best fighter, but he can be the best I hate him and I want to watch him get his ass whooped, or I love him because he's just like down my road. Colby, Colby Covington.
Colby Covington. Yeah, I knew it was a fee.
Again, perfect example. You don't have to. He was a champion. I mean, I think he had the belt at one point.
Yeah.
But your people are going to watch him because they're going to watch him wanting to see him get beat or win. UFC needs that. When they lose Conor McGregor, all right, Ronda Rousey's not around no more. Who is a name that people that don't watch UFC are going to tune in for?
I understand that, but if you're someone who can bust your ass in a sport, and then you're going to watch someone that you can beat, that that Dana White is never going to put you up against, and let that other guy get all the money. It's not right. You know what I mean? Because then these guys start jumping ship and say, "Oh, Bellator? Yeah, okay, that's where I'll go."
Yeah, but Bellator. If you watch Bellator, it's not.
I know it's not as fun to watch. But they could be.
It could.
You know what I mean? You get the right people there. You know what? I'll change the channel and watch those fights instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So so we'll see. But it was a good card. If you guys watched 246, great card. I had people over here. We enjoyed it. Lots of fun. It was a good card to watch. We'll see what happens going forward. But with McGregor breaking his leg, and if you watch the video now, McGregor supposedly said he had a stress fracture before, which is very possible. But you saw that within a minute of the fight, McGregor throws a left kick, and Poirier kind of checks it. He kind of brings his leg up to catch right in the shin. McGregor puts his foot down. If you see, Poirier goes like this. As soon as he does it, it's like McGregor kicks, Poirier points. That's all you see is a little point, and then they continue to fight. And Poirier says that is when McGregor fractured that leg, is in that kick. And because Poirier said, I could tell. But then McGregor, in McGregor fashion, has to be the a-hole at the end of the fight and be talking about Poirier's wife. I mean, come on.
And Poirier's wife actually went off on him. Later on, I thought was hilarious. She's mocking him, laughing at him.
Yeah.
So she got her just deserved.
Well, the thing is one of the guys I work with was talking about it, and this stems from the first fight when McGregor and Poirier fought, and McGregor was supposed to donate $500,000 to the charity, and never did. He never donated the money that he promised in the second fight, that he promised he was going to donate to help their charity. He never did. Poirier's wife runs the charity, and supposedly she was calling him saying, "Hey, are you going to make good on your? I'm guessing you're going to make good on this donation that you said you're going to fight. You're going to fix in January." So, so great time. Guys, watch it. So, that was our big things for this week. I was going to mention new add-ons. So, all right. So Chuck, we're done with sports. So Chuck can come back in the room. Chuck said, "Oh, sports, boo." New add-ons this week. I talked about the Extreme, which was GoTo's microgen. I talked about that last week. I did a video for it. Quick as hell. That add-on is way quick. Direct links only. It does not have a scraper.
Wait, which one was that again?
Called Go to the Extreme. It's called the Extreme.
Okay.
I did a video, got it on Cocoscope. Check that out. It's lightning fast. A great add-on. Direct links only. Real Debridge. You need to have a Debrid account. The other two add-ons that came out this week was Rising Tides. Oh my gosh! All right, so so first there was forever the crew was asked for constantly. The crew. I got messages almost every week. When's the crew coming in 19? Crew. Then I had questions. Well, go to. When's they coming? So they came to 19. Then I started getting the messages. So when's Rising Tides coming? Now Rising Tides is now a 19 add-on. So if we're holding out on 19 because you're waiting for Rising Tides, it is now officially a 19 add-on along with Replay Me in the same repository. I can't remember the name of the repository. I'll post that in the show notes below because it was a little bit of a different repository on that. It wasn't the same repository, but I will put the URL down in the show notes below, you guys. But so those 2 add-ons are out. I don't know if either one of you two use those, but I know I was going to do a video on one. Yeah, well, I was going to do a video, but there was no real sports during the week, the middle of the week. For me to do Rising Tides, I needed something like towards the weekend when there was actually some links to show.
Yeah.
Oh, there, Chuck posted that's the repository there, and I think it's that repository.xyz or something like that.
I used to use it on 18. I probably still have actually got it on 18 on the one that I use because I haven't totally moved over to 19 yet myself. I'm still on 18. But no, it's good to see that it's actually
doing good. Yeah,
got there to 19 now, and it's great to see that other ones are coming over now as well. Like you say, GoTo has come over, and replays and all that sort of stuff is gradually coming over now. So it's good to see him actually get over. I know it's a slow process, but
yeah. Well, a lot of people didn't want to jump over.
It does take time, and it's like say it's rewriting them all as well.
A lot of them are. So, hey, Penn, thanks for joining us. Hey, we'll jump on to you're in a second. Let me give DJ the floor for a minute. TK over in the side chat. New skin looks real sharp there. He's giving you props on that.
Hey, I've got to give props to TK as well because, like you say, it's a fork of his work, and I've added to it. So I've got to give a massive shout out to TK for the original base, the ground. That I actually built it off.
And that was, what's the name of that skin?
DJ Wave.
So DJ Wave, a new skin that is out. This is not a build. That is not a theme. It is a full skin, which will not have any add-ons. It's a skin for you to use, and it has an animated a menu bar that's got a little menu, an animated menu bar going on in it. And again, put that out. You put that in that's going to be in your repository in a couple weeks. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's going to be in a couple of weeks. It's going to be in my repo. So it's like I say, I know there might be something coming out soon because I've had one person sort of like ask me and say, "Can I do something with it before I release it?" And I said yes. So that's why it's not going to be in my repo straight away.
Okay.
I've got somebody's actually going to put something out on it first.
Yeah.
So I want to, like I say, I want them to sort of like get the chance of putting it out first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want to give some people if they worked on a build or put something out, you want let them release it and then give it a little time and then put the skin out there and then anybody can build off of it. No,
then anybody can build off it. It's like you say, and a massive thanks for you doing that video the other day on it. That was awesome. It's like you say, when we spoke earlier on in the week, I said it's going to be a hard video, and it is a hard video to actually try and do and explain on how to actually get all these, because there's that many different variations that you can actually do with that. Because like I say, if you go to the default, you can change it. I think even in the default, I think is 5 or 6 preset colors in the default.
Yes. Yeah. They're in, and I mentioned that in the video that if you went to default, you could change all the menu colors and, because it has the Aeon Nox skin. So you're able to change all those kind of, so it gives you a lot of flexibility to make it look a little different. And then you also, again, it has the animation, which gives it a new look. So awesome job on that. It looks really good, and people stay tuned. Keep the DJ's repository, and once it's out there, I'm sure you'll tweet about it. And
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll tweet it and I'll telegram it once it's released. So let's say I'll probably release a new theme tomorrow or Sunday, which I just finished. So
I wanted to mention this before we go, because you post this over here. Snakebit says most add-ons are on 19 are using the same template more or less. There's actually, and if you watch my Cocoscope, I'll tell you when I do a video, I tell you what template they're using, because I mean, it's no shame in it, not hiding something. So the big templates would be your shadow template or your microgen template. Those are your two templates. Now the crew did not build on either one of those two. They built off of their own thing. So, but for someone that wants to bring over their playlist add-on from 18 to 19, you're going to have to, most likely, you're not going to code all of it. You're going to want to use something that has some basic features that you can plug your playlist in. So if you look at the sports add-ons, which a lot of them are using the microgen, yeah, they're using that because it's easy for them to port over those playlists and put those URLs in there. Boom, the add-on works. So again, it's not knocking any of the people that are creating the add-ons. They're saying, hey, what works for what I got? And if somebody else releases another add-on base, great. I think it'd be even better. But we haven't seen anybody releasing anything. We do know that microgen is still in the early stages, and that I see the group is working on things. They're working on trying to create some scrapers, but actually I when I look at it seems like that's not one of their top things on their list. It seems like other things are on their list, because they're happy being a direct linked type base. If the scrapers come along, fine. But again, you've got to figure out if a person had a add-on and they wanted to have a scraper base, then they would just use shadow, or write it yourself. And I don't mean that in a smart ass way. I'm just saying everyone has options, and it depends on how much effort and work and learning that people want to put into it. Everybody can do it their own way. Again, like I said, crew didn't go either one of those two ways. They went their own way. So yeah, so so that's nice. I wanted to thank Penn. Thanks for joining us.
Oh no problem. How everybody doing?
Hey.
how you doing,
well.
Penn?
Yeah, doing pretty good.
So I wanted to mention, and I apologize, I didn't watch the video today. What I saw you do a video, and I posted the link over in the side chat, I think, or in the side chat, about Overseer for Plex. Auban.
Yes.
Yeah, Plex. Yeah, everyone drink up. Say it a lot, Penn, for them.
So
yeah, let me I'll share the tab. It's a tool that's in beta at the moment, but when I first seen it, I'm like, wow, like this seems to be looking as a polished product. But Overseer is very similar to the tool Ombi, and it's a request management tool. So it works alongside Sonar and Radar to help you. Imagine instead of you logging into the different tools and websites, think of it as one front end to where you could search for your movies and TV all in one front end, and then you can request based on that, and it's very nice.
Nice.
So instead of, because normally Radar is because Radar is movies, right? Or movies, Radar's movies, Sonar, and when you open that as two different tabs. So you're saying,
so it cuts down, and you can have multiple instances, because some people have a 4K only Radar, then a separate instance of Radar where it's 4K and below. So you can load up those instances within this program, and you can queue them up. And this is sort of like, from now on, this is going to be my go-to for requesting. I had to drop Auban as soon as I saw this because the design. Not only is it's the design that stands out, they're doing everything that has been requested. It has DVR integration. 4K support is important. You know, it's got the Plex library scanning, so it knows what's available on your server. It got notifications. I have a Discord set up to where anything that goes on with my server, everything's sent to Discord, and this has Discord in it, and it's mobile friendly, and you can, you know, just set certain parameters to where you can custom tailor it to your experience and to the people who you want to share it with. I did like where it says it supports the anime agents. Hammer, that's an agent that a lot of anime fans are using within Plex.
Okay.
And just looking at the FAQ and just seeing all of this, I was like, wow, like this is for this to be in beta, this is really nice. And just what I did in yesterday's live stream, I just showed just the introduction of it. I did look at their installation, and I can click on that here, make sure it lists, make that 175 zone. So they're having this on Docker, Unraid, Windows, and Linux. And I did look at the Windows setup. It seems to only be running for Docker. Which, you know, Docker is pretty popular, but that may be a little too advanced for most people. So I said in my Telegram group, for anyone that's willing to join the group, if you need an alternative, or if you just absolutely want to beta test this, you don't want to wait for a stable version until they have more operating systems easily available, hit me up, because you know, I'm not quite experienced in Docker. I know of Docker, but I could see how for the beginning user, all this could be a little too advanced. Right? You know, just running this, and it gives you the Linux, you know, and it's command lines. You know, you install sudo snap. You know, so if you're familiar with the terminal language, then this isn't going to be hard at all. I actually have a remote Linux server that has a GUI interface that takes care of this, but
so you're just,
but you know,
paste it in there.
Yeah, you can just copy. For some setups, you can just literally copy and paste. It depends on what you have, but this is a nice tool. I can't wait until it becomes like completely like stable, because from what I looked at it so far, it's very, very nice, I would say.
So this is called Overseer, and for people that have Plex, and you have a little bit of an advanced or adventurous mindset, this may be something you want to check out. You can check this out. We posted his video. If you want to scroll up a little bit, I'll try to. Let's see. I can't.
Again. It's on the side.
Oh, is it on the side? All right, thank you, because I just had to. Mufasa. Let me post this link over here. Copy. One of the things that Nuki asked for is if you have the link to your Telegram. So there, I posted. I posted a link to that video, and check it out. I mean, again, I try to show you guys stuff that's not just in one wheelhouse. Give you options for if you're going to APK, you're going this direction. We have people that love Plex. We've got all kinds of options here.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just pull up this information.
Okay.
I'm about to post my Telegram group.
Okay.
In a bit.
Terror is right about this. We all stand on the shoulders of the ones that came before us, and that goes to like TK or even DJ. There are people that work on these skins and doing these things. There's so many I could think of. Like with Slam, with all the work he's done, and it's you're just carrying the torch a little farther. You're taking what somebody else has done, and you put it on it. Hopefully somebody else can do it.
Hey, Dabs, adjust your mic.
All right, 1, 2.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Sorry,
you're fading out.
my beer got annoying.
Yeah, your beer got it. You know.
For anyone that's on Discord, they have a Discord channel that you can join up top. So if you have any questions about the software, what direction that they may be going, you can join the Discord as well. I'm going to be using it from now on. The key thing that Ombi has right now over this is the ability to have music requests. But I'm pretty sure in the future that has already been reported that Overseer is going to get support for LiDAR. Because, right now, LiDAR, sonar, and radar, those are sort of like the mainstream powerhouse when it comes to automation. There's other tools that's out there, but right now, the programs that people are going to be using when it comes to this specifically, they're using those three tools that they're using for music, movies, TV, primarily.
And when Penn says automation, what he's meaning with this, and I'll try to explain to some of the people that made it. What automation means is setting this up so that when you set up TV shows that you would like to have, or movies that you'd like to have, or music that you'd like to have, and you set it up with LiDAR, sonar, radar, and you say, hey, this is the content I want, this is the quality format, the parameters I want, and it goes out and gets that content for you to add to your library. That's automation, to where now anybody can go and grab the content someplace, whatever quality that is, and grab it and drop it inside your Plex folder, and then boom, what he's talking about with radar, sonar, LiDAR is automation, to where you say, hey, I'm looking for Wonder Woman 84, and you asked for that a year and a half ago, and as soon as Wonder Woman 84 came out, next thing when you get home, Wonder Woman 84, once it's available, is on your setup. That's automation. That is not having to manually get it. And that's very handy. It's not as easy to set up. I did some videos on it. Not super easy to set up, and can be frustrating. To be honest, it can be frustrating because some things don't always play out
right
as easy as you want it to. But it is it's easy to, you can do it.
Oh, for sure. Like just I think with the way things are going now, with tools becoming readily available, I think it's just like think about what we have now versus 5 years ago and 10 years ago. Like, for example, how most of us guys started with this, we probably had like a large cable bill, or we wanted to get out of the controlling, experience that we had with cable, Dish, AT&T, DirecTV, whatever you want to call it. When you had cable, content was readily available. Some channels had commercials. If you had premium channels, some channels did not have commercials. It's similar when you load up an application like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney. The content is readily available. You would never have Disney or Netflix call you personally and say, hey, in order for us to get this new movie towards you, we have to come over to your house and give you a special tailored app that's tied to your IP address. It doesn't work like that. When you load up the app, the content is readily available. And that's how I see it with video on demand going towards the future. I think if people are willing to have this, as far as family and friends, or even have it to be in their community, I think automation is just going to help you save a lot more time, and it's going to be less stressful because it's going to cut down on the calls, because you're not going to have a chance to go over Uncle Sam's house or somebody else's apartment just to give them some movies. That stuff is from 10 years ago. Now, they don't have internet. I completely understand as to why you would have to service them personally. But
taking over your flash drive.
Taking over your flash drive and hard drive. That's cool. But when I hear that, I'm like, man, I've never done that. I mean, it's at least not in. I've done it, but I haven't done it in the past seven years because the tools are so advanced now. If you set someone up the right way the first time,
Yeah.
you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And that's what this tool provides. It's another option, another avenue to where if they request it, boom, you can just go in. There you go.
Yeah. And again, we've talked about it on this show numerous times. I mean, you're going to either have to spend money or you spend some time to learn and to set things up. So you can pay the cable companies, and I see Gut Wall Street I posted here. My cable bill was $240 a month. Now he's paying $30 a month. So you can either pay the cable company, satellite company, and guess what? The content's going to be there. You click the channel and it's going to load. It just click. It's there. Or you say, you know what? I'm going to spend a little time learning. I'm going to try and I'm going to put some effort, little sweat effort in there. And next thing you know, I'm going to have what I want, when I want, how I want it. And that's what this show's about. Is I want you to learn how to do things. And we can't show you everything because my videos are long enough. I'll be honest with you. My video is long enough, and you can't show everything. It takes time to walk people through A, B, C. So if you're willing to put in that effort, put in that time, you can have the content, but it takes some time. It's not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. Here's free, and it's all right here. No, you need to learn a little something. You got to learn, and automation is going to be the thing. And you know, when you were talking about you don't remember taking the flash drives, I remember when my family members, I had Plex way back, but I also used to burn DVDs. I would download XVids and put them on a DVD. And then I had my in-laws had an XVid player. I had a DVD player that played XVids. I could burn them to disc, and I would hand them a disc, and it would have 4 movies on it.
Yeah, they
thought that was the most crazy, awesome thing that they'd ever done. They put that like, oh, it's got 4 movies on here. But I'd have to, you know, they were close, and I could say, here's the disc. So yeah, we are in a progression of doing more. You can make it easy. You don't but not everything. Stuart says sometimes automation is confusing, and again, not everybody is cut out to know everything. Not everybody is cut out to be a brain surgeon. Some people just ain't gonna learn that. Not that they're a weaker person or a less than person. It's just not within their abilities to do it. So you have to know what's within your comfort zone, your ability to learn, and your attention span, because we are in a limited attention span time now. People, if you don't, if you ever write people a letter and they read like 2 lines and they start skipping and they get it, they're like, well, I don't see it at the bottom. You're like, well, did you read the 3rd paragraph? I told you. Oh, I skipped that paragraph because after the first, I went right to the bottom. So you have to invest that time, and not everyone's going to do that. Not everyone's attention span, ADHD, not everyone has it. So know what's going to work for you, and no shame on any one person. That if that's not you to learn it, then don't frustrate yourself, though. Do what's comfortable to you and stick to that. And you know, but if you're a person that's hungry, like Penn is always hungry to learn, fine. He's a person that's going to learn and wants to absorb. Not everyone's like that. I've had relatives that no, I give them Plex, and I'm like, that's just stick right there. Oh, you want something? Let me know. Just stick. This is your wheelhouse right here. You know, you click it, and there's the things that we have. And there, again, no shame on that. That is where that person's at, and they're comfortable. And guess what? It's fine. But you know, on this show, we talk about we jump around. We're at different levels. I do want to give a shout out. I saw Maddie said that she just joined the show, never watched the show before. So hey, thanks for hanging with us. Hopefully we didn't confuse you too much, because we do go a lot of different directions on this show. I do think that this show, when I created this show years and years ago, I wanted to not be I didn't want it to be the newbie level. I didn't want it to be, hey, this is the brand. I wanted it to be the next level up, to where someone that's halfway comfortable with things and want to go farther. that's the show I wanted. So sometimes people say, I don't understand what you're talking about. That's fine. I mean, if you hang with the show long enough, you'll understand it. But not everyone's can jump in and start running, you know. So
Right.
so that's all good stuff. Let's get Chuck in here. I was looking.
I put something on the side for you. I thought.
Yeah, but do you think they'll ever stop free or cheap streaming? I think that they can. I don't know. What about the rest of the pack? I think that they can make free harder to get. I think that they can make it harder to get. We've seen that already, but also more people are on the internet trying to get the same content with less sources. More people trying to get those same less sources.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do you guys think?
I think that I feel that so many people are cutting the cord right now that there are people that, you know, might have gotten rid of their cable somehow, but they're still doing that a la carte thing and doing all those services. And now they're starting to get fed up because they're seeing what they're getting from that a la carte deal isn't what they want, because they see people like us that are, you know, we're watching everything, and they're saying to themselves, why am I paying for all of these, each little thing? So that's where I see it going right now.
DJ, or go ahead, Penn. Yeah, no, go Penn, and then DJ.
Okay, how I see it, free can definitely become a lot harder because of the way things are going these days. So they're not going to ever stop free or cheap streaming. It's just going to be a time where when certain sources go down that people may be dependent on, they may have to get accustomed to newer sources and just have backups available. That's what I think about it.
Yeah. DJ, what you think, bud?
I don't think they'll ever. They won't. They'll never stop it. They'll never stop it. It's like you say, use too many websites that they've got to try and shut down. Here, there, like I say, they shut down one, another one pops up. So it will never be stopped. And you get free content anyway if you use official applications. So
certain content.
Yeah.
Certain
so
content.
It will never be stopped. It'll never be stopped. But they've been trying to stop it for years and years and years. Like I say, I remember back in the day when torrents were like mad, and yeah, they've got a way around that at the moment, haven't they? With torrents, in the UK, you cannot download a torrent anymore. Your ISP will send you a letter saying you have downloaded a torrent. So you are really, really restricted in the UK with that sort of like stuff, but there's always a way around it. It's like I say,
Well, yeah, and I mean that's why we also
services, he's premiumize, he's all the breed. There's all these different services that do that workaround. It's like I say, look how many times I've tried to shut down Pirate Bay.
Yeah.
And like I say, that's been going for years and years, and they're still trying to shut it down.
Yeah,
and it will not happen because I believe they actually have all their stuff hosted in a country that is not illegal. So
and also if you decentralize where the content is and the way that things are done, when you see decentralized is always in good in our in our realm of thing, decentralized, because then nothing is ever in one place. When they say, they went and raided the servers, if everything is all on one server and they stop that one place, fine. But if you decentralize, that means though everything is everywhere. So it's going to be hard. What about you, Auban? What you think?
I'm sorry.
About shutting stuff down. Do you think
they're going to try, just like they've always have been for the last 10 years? You know, trying to shut stuff. Someone's going to open something up the next week, you know? That's why I'm so happy with the Plex aspect of things. Because It's mine.
Yeah,
I like
Plex
having
is
my own
great.
stuff. I love it. It's great, you know.
All
But
right.
but for the live stuff, you know, the sports, you know, I'm hoping that will always be there for me somehow, you know. So
Yeah, I mean, you've got to, if you're going to be a cord cutter, honestly, you have to be adaptable. You got to be able to be flexible. You can't, if something gets stuck down, you're like, okay, fine, I'll move on. You know, a lot of times when people get frustrated with this kind of stuff is when they're like, oh, this is the only thing I've used. I think of back when Terrarium first got shut down. People, and we had all these people. I mean, how many videos did you see about Terrarium going down?
Yep.
I mean, it was cry, cry, cry. And I mean, not to downplay people, but good grief. If you're a cord cutter, you better be flexible.
Be
You
ready.
better be able to roll with it because that is part of it. Again, you're going to spend some time to learn, to understand, to be flexible, or you're going to put all your eggs in one basket, and when that basket gets snatched away, you're going to cry, and then you're going to go back to DirecTV, satellite, Comcast, Virgin, Spectrum, whoever. Fine. I mean, that's, to me, if that's comfortable to you, then that's comfortable to you. But again, you know, we try to show you some different stuff. I'm going to go through today's cord cutter news, and then we'll jump around. And if people have some questions, you guys, we're going to jump on whatever questions that people have.
It's like you say before you go on to this.
Yeah, no, you go.
Like you say, if you go back to years and years ago when we grew up, there was no internet.
Oh no.
And we all survived. We all survived, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And
well, that's because we went outside and played. What are you talking about?
we moved with the times. So it's like I say, and that's the same as what people have to do now is move with the times. If something goes, go with the flow and find something else. There always will be something else that'll pop up.
Yeah. And that's.
I wish we had these sort of like options when I was growing up.
Good grief. No, I mean, well, for us, I was the remote and the antenna changer. So, you know, it was like, hey, turn to channel 4, and you know, you get smack upside the head and turn the antenna so I get the channel right because you had the rabbit ears. You know, there was you know, you were all those things, and but we had one TV in the house. So we didn't have the ability that we have now to where your kids can be watching one TV, you're watching another, and your wife is watching another. You know, there was a TV in every room now. When my house growing up, and I'm sure with you guys, one TV was in the house.
Yep.
Yes. And for me, whatever my dad was wanting to watch, that's what we watched unless he wasn't there or he was sleeping. Then I got to watch what I wanted to watch. So just different times, and that's cool. But yeah, you got to roll with it. You know, knock it out. Let me hold on a second. So let's go ahead. We'll hit with cord cutter news. Then we'll just round table whatever topics that people throw at us. Disney earned over $60 million in sales. All right, Disney Plus earned over 60 million sales of Black Widow last weekend. You know they earned at the box office? 215 million. Hold on a second. Let me make that big. Hold on. Let me make it big for you. Hold on. All right. $215 million. So what's that? $275 million Black Widow made last week. So I guess they're going to break even with their movie. I don't know how much the special effects cost in that and the actresses and stuff, but Black Widow was out last week. So with lots of people with the pandemic and movie theaters opening, I thought that was an astronomical amount. And it said that this was pandemic box office crush. So great movie. So I've seen Black Widow. Auban, that we're not asking for spoilers. So have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Penn? Penn?
Yes.
Okay. So you've seen it. What about you, DJ?
No, I'm not seeing it.
That's because you're always working on a project.
Yeah.
So
to be honest, I actually tried to watch it this afternoon, and like I say, I was watching a 4K version, and it just it just stopped. So, and I didn't bother to start it again.
Dang.
I think I'd watched sort of like 3/4 to an hour of it.
Okay.
So I'd quite watched quite a bit.
Okay.
Well, it just stopped, and I just couldn't be bothered to do the search again and start it again and say resume from where it cut off.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. Well. So we'll see. That was a big thing this week. So that is actually Player Pass next week. Amazon pulls the plug on Nicolas Cage being Tiger King. We talked about that this morning. All right. I'm a little disappointed because Nicolas Cage is a hot mess, and I don't care what he's in, he's a hot mess. And this show was a hot mess. How many on the panel have watched this? I don't know.
No,
I watched.
I did.
I didn't see it at all.
Oh,
I've seen clips.
you got to watch it.
All right, so I've seen it. Auban seen it, so you two didn't see it. The Tiger King, hot freaking mess.
Hot mess.
Hot mess. I love Trailer Park Trash. I like Jerry Springer. I'm sorry. I like Hoarders. When I see those shows, I feel so much better about myself. I watched Tiger King. I was like, dang, I ain't got it so bad at all.
Yeah.
I got my shit together.
But I gotta say, I think that the reason why they pulled out for Nicolas Cage is because now they're saying that the Tiger King might get out sooner. No. So I guess he wants to play his own part, you know?
No. Yeah, well, I think that Amazon was a studio that was going to jump on this, and they've decided to pull it. I think it said here that NBC has already got they've got a series starring Kate McKinnon, and she's going to be Carol Bassett. So if you know who Carol Bassett, where she fed her husband to the tigers, so that's still moving on. But NBC was already in it. I think that some companies, and you see NBC jumped in with Dancing with the Stars because remember Carol Bassett was on Dancing with the Stars. Now she couldn't dance with a flip. I saw that episode where she got kicked off because she couldn't dance. But yeah, so I think that this is fizzling out, but I would have loved to see Nicolas Cage do this one. I would have, because Nicolas Cage is a hot mess.
It'll suit him, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. This is right in his wheelhouse.
Perfect trash movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he's done that many, hasn't he?
Yes. So again, if you haven't seen this, probably the window of the opportunity for you to talk about this at work is probably past, but it was addictive.
So I think he's getting a bit like that now, a bit like Nicolas Cage with his trash movies. Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh God. Hey, I hope Auban's. I hope.
I'm listening.
Charles is a big Bruce fan, and he dogs on me because I say Bruce can't act, but that's another show. So Plex adds some more channels. So that was if you have Plex, and not to belittle it, but basically you're looking at the Pluto channels, if you ask me. A lot of the same Pluto channels is what I see. Like, especially, I'm a Mystery Science Theater 3000 guy, so I'm looking at a lot of Pluto channels, but so that's available. New channels.
Not in the UK because we don't get Pluto.
Okay. VPN. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, hey, is this changing the tabs for me, Auban?
You're on the Netflix one.
Yeah. All right. So this was another thing that Sharon brought out this morning. Netflix adds a couple features, new features for kids and parents. So basically, you can set up some which they've had profiles.
I've had profiles before.
They've had profiles, but now they have a kids only profile where they're going to be able to launch.
But they had that.
Well, this is supposed to be adding more things to just that section.
Oh, okay.
I mean, are you paying attention to the kids section on Netflix?
No, I don't. But
it says for kids, Netflix is launching the top 10 rows to make content discovery easier. The top 10 rows are regular versions of the service. The rows of Netflix for kids will feature the most popular content on Netflix in their country. So they'll, I guess, depend on your country. And then for parents, Netflix is introducing a bi-weekly kids recap emails. Big brother there. So you're going to be able to get an email to know what your kid's watching. Hopefully not RedTube. So this is, you're going to get tabs on what your kid's watching. Netflix is giving you the opportunity to keep track. I don't have any little kids, so this maybe doesn't matter to me as much as maybe as if I had a small child. But giving you tabs on your kid and what they're watching on Netflix, which Netflix ain't like they've got super bad stuff. Let's see. Universal animated films is now on Netflix. So one of the things with so once they get done with the time that they have to be on Peacock, Universal Animated will be on Netflix, and we're talking some of the DreamWorks animation titles, some of the Universal library with the animated stuff. So we may see Netflix getting back some of the new movies. And on here it says upcoming animated films that will be on Netflix under the deal include Minions, The Rise of Gru, DreamWorks animation, The Bad Guys, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. So we're going to see, if you have Netflix, you may start seeing some animation coming back to Netflix that some of the other networks had stole away for a little bit. 2021 Emmy nominations are now released, flooded with a streaming originals. And I'm right now. This is my show. I'm working on that show. I'm still, you know me. I'm still working on that show. So
yeah,
it's an interesting show. It definitely they were smart about giving sex every couple episodes. They throw a little sex in there to keep me going.
I thought that would keep you in the show.
Yes. It's just they don't do it every episode.
Yeah,
it's just like every 2 or 3. I'm like, ooh, okay. Here's a scene. Now I'm waiting, and then they like make you wait. But I love that show because it's scary. It's scary in so many aspects, and I won't go.
Not in a horror way.
No. Scary as in that shit could kind of happen.
Right.
That could kind of happen in some of the way that this is. But so we got the Emmy 2021 Emmy highlights, outstanding dramas. Some of that, you got Mandalorians in there. So you've got some streaming. Bridgerton, that was wasn't that Netflix? If I'm not mistaken,
too, I believe. Yeah.
The Boys, wasn't that?
That's
Hulu?
No, Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. You're right. So we're seeing some of the Emmys that normally went to ABC, CBS, Fox, HBO, or whatever. Now you're starting to see this. Now these streaming services are picking up some of this stuff. So they released their list of things. What, Cobra Kai wasn't? That was another. That was a streaming service.
That was Hulu.
Okay.
Well, no, not Hulu. Was it Hulu? I can't remember.
Maybe it was Netflix. I don't know.
No,
so,
I don't think it was Netflix.
Okay. All right. So then Ted Lasso, which was about European football or American soccer. So yeah, we're starting to see they've got that out there. So if you're one of the people, I do tend to follow the Oscars and the Emmys. When I see some of these shows pop up, I usually say, why is that show popular? The Undoing. Wow, I didn't see that. Hugh Grant in The Undoing. I watched that.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I liked it.
That was an interesting show. Very interesting show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check that out. Those new the list is out. So check out the Emmys 2021. Consumers are co-viewing apps 24% more than the year paired last year. So I co-view content. I co-view. Hello, Blue.
Hey.
So I co-view.
Can you uncover her face?
Up. Hold on.
That's okay.
Oh,
no,
hey, Blue.
no, Blue. I want to be able to wave and say hi. Hi, Blue.
So one of the things, co-viewing applications, which means that you watch at the same time that somebody else is watching, and you watch it, which Blue and I have done. How many people on the panel or in the side chat, how many of you guys have co-viewed movies or TV shows with somebody else?
It's fun.
I
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
Me? Yeah. So Penn, you've done it.
don't.
Mhm.
Auban hasn't done it.
I don't do it.
No, I haven't.
DJ.
Watch the last one.
No, I haven't.
So, but with that, you're able to. What it means is that you watch at the same time as somebody else. We've done it with Plex. If you have Plex, you can do it quite easily.
Netflix too, doesn't it?
Does
I
it?
don't think it says Netflix. It said Amazon. Amazon
Yeah,
Watch
Amazon
Party.
does it.
Well, maybe Amazon Video.
Yeah, I think it's Amazon Watch
Amazon.
Party.
Yeah, watch party.
So it had it in here. The demographics. We actually fall in this demographics, the 23%. Most of them are younger than us. Demographics. So it shows you the demographics view there. Watch Party was 44%. Discord, 28%, which I never thought about being on
No.
Discord, but I guess I'd have to look to see what the option is. Zoom, which again you would do kind of like if we were doing a Skype or something like that, I'm assuming. But I would assume Zoom gives you the option that you would have multiple people. So you could say 4 or 5 people are watching it at the same time.
Oh,
So
you're hilarious. Sorry.
no, what? Wait, I'm hilarious. I know I am. So yeah, co-viewing. So I was curious, like how many people in the side chat? How many of you guys? All right, Chuck. I just hate humans, so I know you're not co-watching. All right, so Nookie, all of us loners should do it together. Yeah, I mean, you could actually you could organize that through a Telegram chat or at Discord. I mean, they're having a Discord. You can set that up and do it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have friends to do that. Look at all these people. I've got no friends. I hate nobody. I got no. Older generation trying to figure out Zoom.
You said Disney. I think Disney has it too. I just noticed.
Does it?
Oh, do they?
It did. Well, it wasn't on the list. Okay.
It's called Group Watch.
Okay. So yeah. So yeah, I was kind of looking to see if who on that side chat.
Yeah.
It didn't have Disney wasn't on that list. So yeah, it's watch together. Lots of cool things. So that's a neat option for people. And it is fun. What we do, if Blue and I have done it, we'll start a movie and we'll be on Skype. We mute the Skype so that you know I'm not hearing her TV because it's always off by a second or so. You're not hearing the other person's TV. But if you want to say something, you just unmute yourself and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. Or did you see that guy? He looked like an idiot. You're able to say whatever you want to say. But
sorry, my mom just came wandering to the stairs there, and she had a big glass of wine in her hand, and she goes, "The neighbor's shooting grass back in our driveway again." Because to him last year, because every time he mowed his lawn, it blew it right into our driveway. So now she's like, "Oh, the war is on."
The war is on. She need me to go over there and whoop his ass. I gotta come up there. I gotta come over there and whoop his ass. Okay, all right. So I see what I'm already. I'll just take Jade over there, like you said. Take a dump in his yard.
Big dump in his yard. There you go.
Oh my God.
So folks that keep in mind, Disney's ESPN Plus will get a price hike. So for you guys that are paying for ESPN Plus, keep in mind that price is going up. That also plays into if you are a person that has had the free option, the bundle. I have the free bundle. Pay attention to when your bundle ends, when that free subscription, that free trial period ends, because you will automatically be subscribed to that service once your free time is done. I mean, that's why they do it. Let's be honest, and they're just wanting to hit you, and you just pay you're automatically drafted. Your cell phone bill is automatically drafted. So just keep in mind that will be going up. Price hike will happen, and so I just wanted to make sure to throw that out there so that people don't mess up and get hit with a higher bill. So, all right. So we have that. So, Blue, how are you doing today? Since you got to join us late.
I'm good. Did you tell everybody about the good news today?
Nope.
No, he told me.
Yeah, we're like one step away from Todd becoming a Canadian.
Way.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Well, I'll be a permanent resident.
Permanent resident. But I told him, he's going to be cold. I did tell him that. So
he was born in Michigan, so he's been around cold.
But he's been around, but it's been a while.
It has been a while.
So
That's called.
He's gonna freeze his butt off. Okay.
Starters to warm up your car. Not that bad.
Yep. So yeah, we had the. It looks like the final paperwork stuff is all sorted. The Canadian government sees that I'm not a serial murderer. They didn't find out about that, so they've approved everything. So now all the paperwork and all that's been sent in, and now we're just waiting on the card to say, okay, you
the border as a
So
the thing is, he likes to ski, and I got a ski hill three blocks away from me.
You'll have to feed him up, Blue, a bit. Get that blubber fat going on him to keep him warm.
He's actually putting a little on there. I don't know if it's married life or what it is.
It's all that takeaway pizza.
And you can't even call it COVID weight. He's been going to work all along.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Ouch. All right. So yeah, we've got we're closer to getting that done. But I'm still not leaving. I'm not gonna leave anytime sooner. But just the matter about getting the paperwork done, though. It's just there's a lot of paperwork, and I give props to Blue for attention to detail. She is and anybody that was in Bob understands what I mean. But
can't help it.
Doom. It's like, okay, I got everything laid out.
Like the last envelope he had to send in was his passport and some pictures, and then other stuff too. So I said, when you get off of work, we're gonna sit down and you're gonna show me everything you're putting in the envelope. So it turned out the size of it turns out passport pictures in the U.S. are a different size than passport pictures in Canada. How weird is that? I thought a passport picture was standard size everywhere.
Right.
But anyway, so he had the wrong size picture, so he had to go today. So he calls me this morning. He's in his car and he's like, okay, I know you wanted to be kept in the loop. So here we go. Here's my passport. He drops it in the envelope. He's doing it one by one. And then he went in and he dropped it. He texts me. He goes, it's done.
Yeah. Because, hey, no lie. I was like, so you don't trust how I'm going to do it? She goes, oh, I trust you, but I'll feel better if I see it. Yeah. So it was like, I'm like, all right, that's going in. Yep. Okay. The next. All right. It is like, okay. And she says, I know you do it, but I would just feel better if I see it and I know it. I'm like, fine. All right, fine.
Did you look and see if he put a stamp on it? He
didn't have to. It was FedEx.
Oh, okay, all right.
So it had she saw it had the pre-made pre-made.
So I guess she's tracking it for you the whole day.
They got a thing that's called two-way courier, right? And they send you the two labels, the label going and then the label coming back.
Yeah. She had a checklist. So as I'm going through the as I'm saying this, that she's like, okay, the next. All right, so that's in there. All right, do you have the two TTAs? You sound those the two TT forms? I'm like, I showed you those for. Did you show me those? No, I showed you those.
Show me those. That's why I said, where are those two things? And you're like, they're right here.
I did, but it was
We're good to go.
So I made sure to make her part of it because she was a little bit concerned. So so what's it say? You guys should have done the 90-day other way.
Yeah,
so the 90-day fiance
the other way.
It's but maybe it'd have been a whole lot cheaper or something because I'm telling you,
You would have got in there sooner.
They constantly are asking for money. That's for daggum sure.
Yeah, like the last little bit there was like, okay, I thought we were done paying, but guess not.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we'll still take some more money. Yeah,
I think it ended up being between $1,300 and $1,400, I think.
No, more than that.
No.
Well, Canadian. Yeah, because
Yeah.
So
which means less in US then.
Yeah. So it was fun. So yeah, we'll all that's been sent away. And then when comes November, once I get moved, you guys will see a whole lot of me.
Yeah.
Because I'll have my studio there at Blues,
and he'll have nothing better to do during the day because he's going to take some time off.
And I'll be doing videos out the yin yang.
Out the yin yang.
Lucky you. And I'll be at work getting some peace and quiet.
Hey, I don't only talk on the show.
Yeah, very true.
Wait. Oh, so Madhead says, "Wait till you see the odd job she's got done when you get there."
Nah.
Yeah, I think Eddie's gonna show you. You know how to deal with it.
He can just sort his shit out. He's a grown up and he knows how to cook and clean. He can take the initiative there.
Yeah. I'm pretty well, and I'm.
You're good.
Yeah, I take care of myself.
Domesticated.
Well, I mean, he lives alone right now, and he has for years, and he's just fine.
Yeah, and you don't have to push your way through my place. You don't have to push my way through all the dirt and clutter.
Very nice.
I keep it picked up. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's picked up enough.
So I'm all set.
Yeah.
Come home from work, I'll be like, "Where's my dinner, bitch? How come this floor ain't been scrubbed?"
I just got done seeing Handmaid's Tale. I'm all of a sudden getting flashes. Next thing you know, I'm getting hit with a damn cattle prod.
Yeah. If I ever do say that I'm just messing with you. Where's my dinner, bitch?
Look at DeBeach says I'm semi-housebroken. And DJ's right about that. Sometimes paper plates and cups, but the downside of that is Blue is very environmental. So yeah, she's so yeah. There's not a whole lot of So
I mean, I miss the old days where you could burn stuff in your backyard. Like nowadays, you got to have like a permit. Even then, if you're in town, you can't unless you get one of those little brick
fire pit.
But you can't have we used to be able to have. We had a fire pit in the backyard and leaf season. You know.
Burn your leaves.
That's paper, but now you can't even do that. It's like
you don't have burning barrels.
You can't. Yeah, right.
Burning barrel.
A burning barrel, like it's a barrel.
In New York, standing on the street corner and then burning.
Kind of, yeah.
Pretty much,
used to have. We had that. We've had that when I lived in lots of different places. I've lived in this country. We had burning barrels. And it was. Yeah, it has like holes in it, and then like you throw all your paper stuff in it and burn it.
You ever heard of a fire pit?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was normally we
a big old rusted out fucking barrel.
Well, but burning a fire pit normally for around here is like if you want to sit around, it has like a bunch of rocks on it and chairs, and you burn it, and then you're like joking and drinking and this and that. A burning barrel is just hey, go take the paper out there. Burn it. Go burn that barrel.
I'd rather sit around with a beer in my hand burning shit.
Well, I guess you can sit around the barrel and do it.
I'm looking like a homeless person in my backyard.
Look at the beach knows. He's from West Virginia.
As soon as you said burning barrel, I was like, I'm like,
look at Nookie even knows. My Gramps didn't have garbage collection. He had a burning barrel.
Burning barrel. I've never ever heard of that in my life.
Wow. And you got to drill holes or bang holes in it to get air, right? And then, but the only downside is I remember when I was a kid, burning barrel got full because after years and years, it starts to get full. Yeah, and it isn't real easy to move. No. Because the barrel doesn't do real good it doesn't really hold the stuff anymore. So see, the beach knew exactly what I was talking about, burning barrel. Yeah, that's a little tidbit from for my folks that are out, all my friends that are outside the U.S. Burning barrels.
That wasn't that wasn't that UK Canuck there? Didn't she
Yeah,
say
yeah,
something
yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah.
girl
She
from
said about her
Canada?
gramps up there.
Is
Yeah,
she
up in Canada.
Canadian?
Yep, yep. So, yeah, I mean, we've burned leaves. We can still burn leaves and stuff around here.
We can't.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
luck.
we can do it right there in the ditch. You see
See,
people like,
the idiots set the fucking neighborhood on fire, and now nobody can burn because jack off down the street that was all hammed up fucking burned down his neighbor's house. That's not my fault.
Wow.
but you guys are a little bit more careful about stuff. In America, we'd like just burn it.
Now. Sucks balls.
Oh, all right. So someone asked about my dog. I saw. Yes, I can take my dog as long as I have current papers on my dog. So
Rabies shots, is that
yeah,
right?
she's got to have which my dog. I keep. She goes to the vet every year. She goes to the vet and gets all of her shots are up to date. She's current. So
Good to go.
taking her across the board as long as I have the paperwork to show yes she's valid, she's checked, and I can go. So that's not a problem.
Yeah, I think they're more pickier about like birds and snakes and stuff like dogs and cats, not so much. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Can't wait to have JD here.
Yeah,
My little girl, she's so pretty.
Yeah, we had thunderstorm today, so I got to do I got to hold her for like an hour because she was like, "See here, I'm holding 68 pounds on my lap while the thunderstorms are rolling." She's just like shaking, like
they have those little shelters, that apparently you're supposed to help.
She
dogs,
just
they can go in and apparently it helps with the noise or the
I don't know.
sense. It's sort of like a sense deprivation.
I don't know. She just wants me to hold her.
Has your dog been in snow before?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But to be honest, she doesn't like the summer. Like we went outside today, heat index of almost 100 today. When she goes outside, it isn't long before she's ready to let's get this business.
On the grass, but not on the pavement. Yeah.
And it's just too hot. She starts panting.
Yeah.
She's a furry dog. She's like, let's get in. Let's go. Come on. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. We had Auban's Corner.
Yeah.
Jesus, your TV's gonna give me a seizure.
What's happening with it? What's happening? Oh, we're going in we're welcome to the Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
That was I thought you liked Star Wars, honey.
Yeah, but just for like 3 seconds, not like half an hour.
All right, we're back. Here's another one. This is a little bit different for you.
Here we go.
That's a little milk drop for you guys. So yeah, we got that. So we're almost at 2. Well, we are 2 hours.
Over 2 hours.
Oh my lord.
Oh my lordy.
Oh my lord. You've over chatted again, Todd.
Yeah. I blame Blue.
There's a sugar. I didn't do anything. I just showed
she just showed up to the show.
It's gonna be another. It's gonna be another 20 minutes now.
You know what it is?
To end the show.
You know what it is? It's because I told him the other day. I said, you know what, honey? Sometimes even when I'm not on the show, I said, like, I'll put YouTube on my phone there if I'm watching something. I said, and I'll look over and it's just so cute to see you talking. You know, I can just see your hands going and whatever. Or maybe it is my fault. He was just hoping that I was watching.
Yeah, I was trying to turn her on.
He's always hoping you're watching.
Yeah,
she's always watching me. All right, so Penn, anything you want to say before we go out of here?
Well, thank you for inviting me to your platform. Yeah, I appreciate it coming on and helping people discover a new tool. It's pretty amazing, like how software technology has advanced, in the last decade or whatever. Yeah, so appreciate everybody for coming through. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys tune in to the next Player Pass episode. I know I've been away for a while, just been doing a lot of stuff in the background. Next Thursday at 8:30 EST, I will do a live showcasing some new tools. Got some other things that I plan on showcasing. That's going to be that's going to work great for people that like the free route and they want to just have more additional stuff in their setup. So I will get that stuff recorded all out and showcase that. And I just appreciate everybody for tuning in for today's show. So thank you, and see you guys sometime next week.
Okay. Anybody that's not subscribed to Penn, subscribe to him. He doesn't follow. He's not doing the cookie cutter of what everybody else is doing. He tends to do things that you're not going to see on a lot of other channels. It's one of the reasons why I like to follow him. I'd also like to have him on the panel. He's always looking at things a little bit differently, outside the box. And again, coming on today and talking about the Overseer application. Thank him for offering talking about that and give us a highlight. Again, subscribe to him, follow some of his videos. If you're at that stage wanting to learn a little more, you'll find something out from him. Miss Blue, anything you want to say before we go?
Cheers, everybody. Have a wonderful evening.
All right. DJ, bud, how are you doing? Sorry. Anything you got? I know that you we talked about your the wave skin.
Yeah, I probably got somebody else coming out on probably tomorrow or on Sunday. Loki theme. That's a thing, man. I've done a Loki. Yeah, I am blue. I am getting old. No, the trouble is half the time I'm doing too much and I forget what I'm doing.
Yeah, right there with you.
So yeah, hopefully I'll probably get it out Sunday. It's done. I finished it all today. I've just got to check it out on the NVIDIA Shield, make sure everything is all correct and lines up and works properly. So, and once I've done that, it'll be out in the Wizard. That'll be out in the Wizard. So I can do a quick preview if you want. It's entirely up to you, or you want to quickly shut the show down.
Well, we'll close this. Show me after the show, and then I will post it in the thing, and I'll do a thing because we're at 2 hours 15. Not to cut you short, but we'll do that at the after. Anybody that wants to join the after show, I will put the link in the Streaming Matters room, and you guys can jump on. And that will be in your. You said in your Wizard, right?
Yeah, that'll be in the Wizard. Like you say, I released Black Widow. I think was it? Oh God, what day are we in now?
It was this week.
I think it was Wednesday. I released Black Widow. I'm not too sure. It might have been Tuesday or Wednesday. It's like say I released that, and that seemed to go down well. Everybody sort of like seemed to enjoy that one. So, and hopefully, like say, I'll get this one out sort of like Saturday or Sunday. I don't want to sort of like chuck them out too quick.
Yeah, you need to space them out. You need to give yourself a little break.
Yeah, just space them out. Oh, I take breaks. I don't do what I used to do, Todd. I used to sort of like sit down and virtually complete them in one day. I don't do them sort of like things anymore. I spread it out over a couple of days. Because 9 times out of 10, I've probably got 4, maybe 5 on the go, and plus other stuff that I do for Photoshop for other people. So I spread it all out. So I'm not doing it completely in one day like I have done. I've actually done one in, I think the quickest I ever done one was 4.5 hours. So, and that was all the artwork, all the panel work, all the icons. So it was a full, complete, customized skin.
Yep.
In 4.5 hours. But I don't do that sort of like stuff anymore. It gets a bit too tiring doing all that.
So he's kind of like a state worker or a government worker where he could get it done in one day, but he stretches it out over a number of days. Yeah, we all know what that is. Just I could do that on one. No, I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit of time. Auban, thank you for joining. Anything you want to say before we go?
Nothing. Just see you guys Wednesday.
I'm so glad that Blue came on because I missed her pretty long.
And I was just about to say that. I am so happy that Blue actually showed up because I miss her because we don't get to see her on Friday nights. And I know that she enjoys, kicking back and letting the rest of the week, get out of her brain. But thank you for being here, Blue. Really. We do miss you. It's not just me, because there are a bunch of people out there that
we
like
do
to see here.
we do miss you. We do miss you
my
not showing
God,
up.
you weirdos. Okay, stop it.
We're not weirdos.
Hey, we'll get you blushing.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much.
Look, the cheeks are going red. Look.
Yeah. See, I don't. I get tired. I ask her, and then I'm like, all right, there's the link. If you join, you join.
Yeah.
I no pressure. So, yeah. Thanks for everyone joining. Thanks for Penn and everybody.
Wait, hold on. I cut off enough there. He didn't get to finish his thought.
Well, no, it's okay. You know, everyone knows my spiel. I don't have much to say, but you know, there's no there's UFC tomorrow if you want, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
And there's no INT.
And there's no what?
I'm not even believe it or not, I haven't even had a drink.
Oh, okay.
So, UFC this weekend. I think I saw Stuart posted that there's a wrestling pay-per-view this weekend.
UFC every weekend now.
Just about.
Now it's like
we got tomorrow. Is it tonight or tomorrow night? The NBA. So we got that going on. So a few sports going on. Thanks to everyone that joined the panel. Thanks for everyone hanging out with us. Sorry if we weren't able to get to we had a lot of subjects to cover today. So, you know, check out some of the stuff. I will do my best to post some of the links in the bottom. But sometimes I don't post all the links because sometimes I found out with UK Turks, I got in trouble if I have certain links and if Google says those links are not allowed. Mm-hmm. So join the Telegram groups, Player Pass or my group. DJ has a room. If you join my room, you can get in his room. I saw Penn posted his room. So jump in those rooms. We talked about learning. You jump in any of these rooms, and there's people that can teach you.
I'm still waiting for that spanner so I can actually post mine, Todd. So
the what?
The spanner. I'm still waiting for the spanner so I can actually post my link.
So, all right. So that's all we got, huh?
Let me put it in English for you. I'm still waiting for the wrench.
The wrench.
The wrench. All right. Well, you can
it's called a spanner in the UK.
I've never heard of a damn bump spanner.
I have heard of a spanner, but I hadn't associated.
I was watch all those British shows.
You know, when he said spanner, you know what I was thinking?
Spammer?
I was thinking, I was actually, in my brain, it went to when a woman goes and gets a check. That's when I was thinking of a spanner. Like the thing that does it. But so I degrade. You'll see that we're going down a bad road. So thanks for everyone joining us. See us on Wednesday, Player Pass, 5 p.m. And thanks everyone.